Good morning, Random TV family, and a late morning it is at that. At least on my side, it's late morning. And today we have the second episode, number 2 episode of Charlie's Angels, Angels in Vegas, with an interesting fact, or a couple of interesting facts. It's from '77, and I don't need to tell you, if you're tuning into Random TV, how successful Charlie's Angels was, and kind of still is. Huge in the '70s, from '76 to '81, 115 episodes, produced by mega prolific TV producer Aaron Spelling. We've talked about him before. So, yeah, it ran a number of seasons. As you know, it went through some changes for one reason or another of Angels. It was basically piggybacking off of the success of another female detective series known as Policewoman with Angie Dickinson. And the rest is kind of history. It exploded, hugely popular. There were records, t-shirts, lunchboxes, TV movies, the usual merchandising stuff, collectibles and action figures and so on and so forth. They were everywhere. So, a huge shot in the arm, another huge shot in the arm to Aaron Spelling, who just couldn't seem to miss. An interesting fact that Charlie's Angels actually had a guest star in Robert Urich, who appeared on the show pre-Vegas. His Dan Tanno character, detective character on Vegas, actually appeared on the show Charlie's Angels before the first episode of the first season of Vegas. So it was kind of like a introduction crossover before the show even existed. So that's interesting. Something else I wanted to say about Charlie's Angels. Oh, yeah. They also had a TV movie, which was entitled, I can't remember it was a 2-hour movie, and I will be bringing you that later on at some point. I'll be posting the 2-hour movie. Can't remember what it was. There was an episode of Love Boat that featured the Angels, and also it was on a show called the California Beach Bums. I vaguely remember that as a kid in the '70s. It was also on ABC, and they appeared as themselves on that one. And there was something else that I can't quite that's what it was. Okay, I'm checking my Wikipedia source here, and there was an attempted spin-off in 1980. So just before it went off the air in '81, there was an attempted spin-off called Tony's Boys, which basically was the how do you put it? It was the flip side to Charlie's Angels, and it featured a head of a detective agency named Tony, short for Antonia, and she employed 3 male detectives. And I guess, they were playing on the whole, something for the guys. Well, let's give something to the ladies also. Unfortunately for Tony's boys, it didn't quite click. Folks, apparently, the test audience didn't go for it, and so on and so forth. But I thought that was an interesting little trivia fact that they tried to make a male version of Charlie's Angels. Also, there's been a German version and an Asian version of Charlie's Angels. So yeah, super huge successful show, and I couldn't even begin to get into how many guest stars were waiting their turn in the turnstile of appearances on Charlie's Angels. I'm looking at a thesaurus of guest stars right here that just it's mind-blowing. It's huge. I could never, let's just say everybody that was relevant on television at the time was on Charlie's Angels at some point or another. It was a phenomenon. It was a television phenomenon. And I kind of remember that when I was a kid. So without further ado, here is the second episode, your second slice of TV detective heaven, if you want to call it that, in the form of 3, as you know, angels of mercy. Here we go with the second installment, the second posting from me to you, Charlie's Angels, Angels in Vegas. Guys, wherever you are, I hope you're well. Continue to be so. Thank you so much for tuning into Random TV. As you know, I really appreciate and love each and every one of you. We're climbing steadily up to 2,000 subscribers, and I thank you all. You are what turns the channel. Be well and take care.
An ABC News Brief brought to you. An ABC News Brief brought to you by Anheuser-Busch. Now from Chicago, Max Robinson.
Good evening. Italian police say they've captured a prime suspect in the kidnapping and murder of former Premier Aldo Moro. The suspect is reputed to be the leader of the Red Brigade's terrorist group. It looks like the Camp David summit is coming to a conclusion. Spokesman Jody Powell says ideas have been put on paper for the first time. The House handed President Carter a major victory today by approving legislation that would streamline the civil service system with its more than 2 million employees. 2 surprises in yesterday's primaries across the nation. In Minnesota, Robert Short, a conservative businessman, won the Democratic nomination for the Senate seat once held by the late Hubert Humphrey. While in Maryland, acting Governor Blair Lee, a protege of ousted Governor Marvin Mandel, was defeated. And in New York, Governor Carey overcame a challenge by his lieutenant governor. An Indiana grand jury today indicted the Ford Motor Company on criminal charges, saying poor design contributed to a fiery crash that killed 3 occupants of a Ford Pinto. Ford immediately denied the charges. Now this.
This is a great tasting light beer, but even a good articulator like me has trouble renouncing the name. So I just asked for a natural. That's easy to vocalize.
In Little Rock, Arkansas today, flash flooding claimed at least 8 lives and left hundreds of other people stranded. While in San Antonio, Texas, 1 man drowned when heavy thunderstorms dumped 4 inches of rain in 3 hours. That's News Brief. More news later on this ABC station.
ABC News brings you closer to where the news is happening.
Today, the House of Representatives...
With Frank Reynolds in Washington, Max Robinson in Chicago, Peter Jennings in London, and special interviews by Barbara Walters. Fast becoming television's most watchable news. World News Tonight.
It's time we had a pet-to-owner chat about the litter box problem. Sure, it's easy to blame me, but it's the filler you're using. Try a new improved kitty litter with twice the odor control of any leading cat box filler, so it doesn't leave your house smelling like cat box filler. And it doesn't leave it smelling like cat box filler that's been used by a cat. New improved kitty litter leaves your house smelling like your house.
New improved kitty litter with twice the odor control.
We wouldn't have these problems if we just talked a little more often.
There are lots of things to munch on to feed your hungry crew. Burgers, tacos, pizza pie, just to name a few. But I come for good fresh chicken, like I know I should. 11 herbs and spices make it finger-licking good. It's so nice, nice to feel, so good about a meal, so good about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
WOKR-TV, Channel 13, Rochester, New York.
How's it going?
Done. You're a strong man, Mike.
Am I too strong?
Tin shout it up with this.
Irish Spring.
It really gets a strong man fresh.
These green and white stripes have two deodorants. The deodorant action a man wants to feel fresh and clean.
And with the fresh scent.
That's why I use it too.
Irish Spring with two deodorants.
It really gets a strong man fresh.
When your headache says,
take something strong.
common sense says,
take something safe.
6 popular headache remedies. All are safe, used as directed. All but one are regular strength. Of all these, only one, Anacin, combines that safety with extra strength. Anacin's pain reliever is recognized by experts as safe, used as directed.
Strength with safety. That's common sense.
Of all these, only one, Anacin, combines safety you expect with extra strength you want.
Sometimes under the weather, when the crown closes down, he can be found pulling And though the game seems jaded, you knew before you faded the art for give us a smile when you one for the dealer.
Got that look again. Have you got something to do for a couple of hours? Is he coming over? Yeah. Well, you don't sound thrilled.
I'd really rather not.
So tell him.
It's not so easy. He doesn't want to let go.
I'll leave the deadbolt open. I'll tiptoe.
We've gone over all the available information, Shirley.
Problem is, we're not sure exactly what we're dealing with.
Mr. Howell, what are we dealing with here? The Las Vegas police are calling Mary Phillips' death accidental.
Mary Phillips was a very good driver, and when she left the casino, she was sober. Now, there's no reason for her to hit that car at that speed.
Mr. Howell, the attendant who was run down in your parking lot last week, the police are calling that a hit and run?
I'd call it a killing. A nice kid that never hurt anybody.
So you're saying it was deliberate?
I didn't think so until Mary was killed.
All right, then let's assume that the accidents weren't accidents. Why?
At the risk of sounding paranoid, I'd say somebody was trying to gaslight me. I mean, I get phone calls and nobody at the other end of the line. go up to my suite, and I noticed that my furniture is slightly moved.
Anything taken?
No.
Mr. Howell, you're in an extremely competitive and lucrative business. You no doubt have enemies.
I'm the sole owner of the Tropicana. No ex-partners. I've never hurt anybody. I've never cheated anyone, and I wouldn't, even if I wanted to. Vegas is a clean town. All I want are answers, and I want them fast. I want them fast because I don't want any more of my people killed. And I don't care what it costs, Mr. Townsend.
I love that song.
Bosley.
Then I suggest, Mr. Howell, the 5 of you take the next plane to Las Vegas.
Charlie, you think maybe we could take a later flight? I think maybe we're gonna need a cover.
Yeah, like some new clothes.
Some new shoes. Right. I think maybe I'm gonna do something with my hair.
Maybe a perm.
Yeah. I don't know. No? Yeah, maybe. That's exactly what I mean.
Well, I won this place in a crap game.
Love a client with a sense of humor.
Come on in.
You inherited.
What?
I said you got this place for family money. Look at that. Are you gonna gamble? Listen, you know, I'm not trying to pry into your personal affairs. It's just that how you got all this could be relevant to the case.
Miss Duckett, you're hard to convince. I won this thing in a crap game.
Oh, come on now, nobody gets all this that easily.
I didn't say it was easy. It took 3 days and 3 nights.
You're really not kidding, are you?
No, I am not. I'm not kidding at all.
All right, then where's the man that you got all this from?
He is nowhere. He just walked right out that door and shot himself right through the head.
Oh, no.
We'll hold our command post here.
Command post, ex-Army?
Tank Corps. And here, 4 bedrooms in your office. And each of you have a special entry through the hall, so no one will know you're all together. And the 4 phones, you all have your special extensions.
Well, we ought to get busy establishing our covers.
Well, I told the business office that you're here as my personal executive consultant.
I'm not sure I know exactly what that means.
Well, don't worry about it, neither do they. Marty Cole is looking for a backup girl singer for his lounge act. Bosley said you sing, so I set up an audition for you this afternoon.
Marty Cole. I used to listen to his records when I was a kid.
Tell him you played them in college, okay?
Oh.
And you have an audition with the dance captain.
Terrific.
What about my cover?
Oh, I have yours right here.
Hitch, hip, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, hitch, hip, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, hitch, hip, and stop.
Excuse me, could you point out Joan Wells? Thank you. Miss Wells?
Yeah.
Listen, I hate to bother you. My name's Kelly Garrett, and I'm a friend of your roommate, Mary Phillips.
Well, I guess you haven't heard. About Mary's accident?
Yeah, I heard. Yesterday when I arrived from Dallas. It's not bad enough to find out Mary's dead, than to get here and find out the auditions to replace her.
You knew Mary in Dallas?
We studied dance together. She'd written and suggested I come out and try for a job. Listen, I'm kind of upset. Can we talk more later?
Sure.
Thank you.
Guess what?
What?
You win this week's piece of free advice.
Lucky me.
It goes like this. Go back to Dallas, because I've been waiting to audition for this job. And as far as I can see, you're the only competition here.
Thank you very much. Very nice. Next. Okay, goes like this. And ball change, step, ball change, step, hip, step, 2, 3, step, 2, 3, step, hip, step, hip.
I think I have it.
Okay, let's see it. Ready? And step, 2, 3, kick, 2, 3, step, hip, kick, 2, 3, kick, 2, 3, and stop. You learn quick. I've called a rehearsal with the other girls. You think if I ran you through it once with them, you could make the dinner show?
Well, I think I can make a run at it.
Okay, we'll give you a chance.
Great, thank you.
Audition's over. Take 5, girls. We'll go through the whole number.
Hey, you've got some nice moves.
Thank you. Think I can cut it?
Sure.
Now guess what you win. I've got something you've never dreamed of.
Introducing a dog food in a bag that's tender and chewy. New Kennel Ration Tender Chunks.
Wow!
It's a far cry from dry. Ordinary dry dog food is hard and crumbly. But Tender Chunks looks, cuts, and chews like chunks of lean meat.
Wow!
And dogs prefer it 3-to-1 over the leading dry dog food. New Kennel Ration Tender Chunks. It's a far cry from dry.
Wow!
Welcome to the Undie Legs Revolution. Now you can get rid of ugly panty lines and still feel secure.
Undie legs feel so secure, cause the panty stays put. Da-da-da-da.
Undie Legs, the pantyhose and panty in one, fits and feels like your own panties. No panty lines. You'll feel secure with a pure cotton panel.
The panty stays put.
Now, sheer energy Undie Legs too.
This is the big Rubbermaid 32-gallon Roughneck. We make it to replace this. The Roughneck, quite simply, is quite a trash container. Sub-zero cold can't crack it. Water won't rust it. And even this trash masher can't destroy it. Like everything we make, the Rubbermaid Roughneck gives you more than you'd expect, which is just what you'd expect from Rubbermaid.
A summer cold can hang on for days. That's why there's Contact. Now, here's all you need for 3 days and nights relief. Hard to believe. If you took this medicine as directed when confined at home, here's what you'd need for 3 days and nights. This or this. Hard to believe, but that's the wonder of Contact. This also has aspirin substitute and cough suppressant we chose not to put in Contact. Millions more people take Contact. We think we were right.
Mr. Howell, do you have...
Formality makes me nervous. Now, let's get down to first names.
Okay. Do you have any reason not to trust any of the people who work for you here?
Oh, no. They've all been with me since the Roundhouse days.
What are the Roundhouse days?
Well, the first joint I operated, it was in a train shed on the east side of Philadelphia.
You had a casino and a train shed?
Well, only at night. You see, they cleaned the engines during the day. It was sort of a floating crap game.
Uh-huh. Did you show profit?
I always show a profit.
Always?
Always.
How do you do that?
I'm blessed.
You mean you're lucky?
No, I mean I'm blessed.
Well, the word blessed usually has a theological connotation, so I would assume...
When you were a kid, you never spent much time on the street.
It shows.
Well, yeah, you're suffering from structured thinking.
You sure about that?
I'm sure of only one thing, that's winning. And that you and I are going to be more than just friends. But that you already know, don't you, Sabrina?
I might have known it before you did. Mm-hmm.
How he does it when he breaks your heart to bits. Let's see if the puzzle fits so fine. And that's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet. As I sit there applauding from a front row seat, when somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. Somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine.
I'll see you guys at 3:30.
Sounded terrific.
You tell me your name is Leslie, and I'll drop in a dead faint.
Well, I would hate to have you do that, Mr. Cole. My name's Chris Monroe. I heard you were looking for a backup singer.
You sing like you look?
Well, I don't know. Do I look hungry?
Are you?
Well, let me put it this way. I am probably closer to fainting than you are.
Okay, let's hear you sing something.
Okay. Anything in particular you'd like to hear?
Anything you...
All righty.
I'm listening.
Well, you were sort of staring and listening.
And listening, yeah.
Who's Leslie?
My wife.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Leslie Cole, of course. I forgot.
Blonde hair. Same height. You even have her sound.
She died a few months ago, didn't she?
You really rocked me when you walked in here. Okay. You'll do fine.
You mean I got the job?
That's exactly what I mean.
I think I'm gonna faint.
Hell. Dr. Cole prescribes a very large steak.
Dr. Cole, you got a lot of style. It's exciting for you, isn't it?
What?
I said it's exciting for you, isn't it, all this craziness?
It's not crazy. This is all very ordered. This is very real.
I think you're the only one who sees it that way.
I'm the only one that has to.
Yeah, feels rich today, Frank.
Well, don't breathe too deeply. A person could choke.
Gotta give Frank credit. He's always trying to class up his act.
Well, if that's a compliment, thank you very much.
Oh, it is, and you're welcome. I'm Mark Haynes.
Sabrina Duncan.
I run the casino up the street.
Well, what'd you do, come over to borrow a cup of money?
No, just looking in on the action.
You look.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Frank, somehow you don't look like a man without enemies.
Just a little competition. Send this up to accounting. I've arranged dinner for us tonight. 10 o'clock. My sweet.
I didn't hear you ask.
I didn't hear you say no.
Well, I guess somewhere between that floating crap game in Philadelphia and all this glitter, there's got to be a gentleman and a scholar, so,
So, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You look like a lady with a man on her mind. Hey, you. I said you look like...
I hear you. It shows, huh?
Yeah. Why you gotta look at it this way? There are worse things. Come on, let's go find Kelly. Yoo-hoo. Huh? Kelly?
Kelly. Right.
No, that's at the beginning. It's 3 turns to the left, and then you go off. Hey, wait a second. This is my favorite machine. Just one, okay?
Friend of yours?
What?
That man over there, do you know him?
No. Listen, I've got some costumes to check on, so I'll see you later.
Sure. Uh-oh, she's frowning.
Maybe she flunked her dance audition.
Oh, no, it went great.
Oh, yeah?
Tell me something. Do you know who that man is over there?
Which one?
The one in the tan suit.
Yeah, that's, Mark Haynes. He runs a casino down the street. Why, is something the matter?
I'm not quite sure yet. Come on, let's go see Bosley. See how he's doing.
Hey, where'd you get that? What? The whistle. I've been here 6 years. I don't have a whistle.
Do you think you really deserve one?
I think you should be carrying luggage like the rest of us.
When you get a whistle, you don't have to carry luggage.
Who says so?
The person who gave me the whistle.
Yeah? Who's that?
I am not at liberty to say, and I think that you should hurry. Hurry, hurry.
Bosley? Sly devil, where did you get that whistle?
From the person who told me I should do no heavy lifting.
Oh, and who was that?
I bet he's not at liberty to say.
And you would win that bet.
Terrific! Joey January!
Hey, Joey!
Mr. January, welcome to Las Vegas.
Very nice, but I asked for vanilla.
I told you we're out of vanilla.
Very funny. Get out of town.
Hey, Joey, there's been a lot of publicity concerning your appearance here at the Tropicana. We hear you're involved in a legal battle to maybe get out of your commitment.
Hey, the people of Las Vegas, I love them. My beef is strictly with the management.
You mean Mr. Frank Howell, the owner of the Tropicana?
You got it, pal. Frank Howell was the bad news himself.
The Trop!
Anybody hurt? Just saw it at Bruce.
Anybody get a chance to look at the license plate?
No.
I did. And? There wasn't one.
Welcome to our people-pleasing places.
You're confirmed in Chicago and St. Louis, and you're gonna love the ending.
Meet our people-pleasing places.
Holiday Inn hotels are #1 in the world, with the best locations near where you want to be.
I can walk.
The most popular choice of locations. We want to make you comfortable.
Holiday Inn is #1 people-pleasing.
wedding day for Kathy McKay, a devoted raisin fan. She loves 2 scoops of raisins in a package of Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Walking down the aisle, she's wearing a smile, thinking how the day began with those 2 scoops of raisins and those golden flakes of bran. Well, her future mate will have to wait, but he's sure to understand. They both love 2 scoops of raisins in a package of Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
We do.
Come on into your Chevy dealers during National Chevy Week.
Come on in, America. Come on in today.
A 9-day celebration with Chevy dealers everywhere offering you some mighty attractive values on a large selection of Chevrolets. Great values on cars, great values on pickups and vans, lots of great Chevy values. So come on in, America, September 15th through the 23rd.
All across the USA.
Sir Isaac Newton, you've discovered the theory of gravity.
No, something really heavy. Carefree sugarless gum here, Trident here. Both cost the same, yet Carefree gives you 32% more gum by weight than Trident. And that great Carefree taste. Delicious.
What would you have discovered if you was underneath a coconut tree?
The headache.
Get more gum with Carefree.
Discover Carefree bubble gum, too.
32% more.
More gum.
Carefree sugarless gum.
Okay, then what have we got? Was the bullet really meant for Joey January, or could it have been meant for one of us?
Well, I figure it was meant for Joey January, only I think it was meant to miss.
Well, wait a minute, you lost me.
Well, I just got a call from Joey January's lawyer, and he's using the incident to break the contract. He said it would jeopardize him to appear down here.
Are you saying that Joey January might have staged that little fracas himself?
Well, I'm saying he's not above pulling a stunt like that.
But for what reason? I mean, what's this trouble between you and him?
Hey, there he is.
Well, a couple of years ago, when Joey was flat broke, I gave him a job, 5-year contract, at a wage that he was thrilled to get at the time.
Which is considerably less than what he's now getting elsewhere.
Yeah, well, Joey's not too heavy into gratitude.
So that brings us to the really big question. Is what happened here today connected to the deaths of Mary Phillips in the parking lot attendant?
I don't know about the connection, but it certainly accomplishes the same thing.
What you said before, that someone's trying to gaslight you.
Someone, or several someones.
Well, that brings us right back to wine.
Well, that's what I hired you for, isn't it? Drinks are on the house.
Okay. Next move.
Kelly, this Mark Haynes, the one that manages the casino down the street.
Till Charlie can get us a computer checkout, why don't you see what you can find out about it?
I'll call Charlie about the readout right now.
I'd like to know why Joan Wells got so uptight when she saw her.
I think for the moment I'm going to spend some time with Marty. I mean, he and Frank have been friends for a long time. He may be able to give us some insight into our uptight client.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Look, we've got a case with no suspects, no motives, and a client that is a total loner. I don't think we're going to get any answers until we find out what's going on inside his head.
Why do I have a feeling that might be scary?
to tell you, I stepped on somebody's foot on the exit.
Yeah, I know. The dance captain.
Oh, well, if they find me, I got another offer.
Oh, yeah? Another offer, huh?
Yeah, a hotel down the street, a Mr. Haynes. Do you know him?
No, never heard of him.
Hello there, baby.
Hello, I'm Sabrina Duncan.
Oh, things are looking up. Right this way.
Well, thank you.
I've been telling Frank you can't be doing your wash at midnight. Yeah. You don't know what that means, do you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't.
It means you can't spend all your time under the car.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad you cleared me up on that.
Hello.
If it doesn't turn around, call me, huh? Oh, hi.
Hi.
He means all work and no play. All right. Just one. Let's sit down.
You really can't turn a phrase, can he?
He's a prince in the pantry.
You cook?
Frank, she's getting onto the lingo.
No, not really. It's the apron. It's a dead giveaway. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'm Jip Baker. Make nice?
Oh, yeah.
How about the night, Frank? Oh, Frank? Oh, no, you better take a walk in the moonlight.
Good night.
Good night.
Who's your friend?
Well, the floating crap game I told you about.
Yeah, the train shed in Philadelphia.
Well, he was the night watchman.
Oh, but he liked the dice better than the steam engines, huh?
When I moved on, he came with me. He's family.
The only one you ever really had?
Or will have.
Oh, now, that sounds like a pretty lonely place to live.
Living's what people do when they roll out of bed in the morning. I don't go beyond that.
How does this work?
Well, that's how I won the place. Standing around the tables for about 60 hours, $1.5 million ahead. Then I was down to my last $10,000. I was beat, tired on my feet. You know whether to quit or keep rolling the dice, but I called Jip over and he flipped a coin.
And he obviously came up with the right decision.
And things turned my way, and 30 minutes later, this place was all mine.
You really believe a lot in that, don't you?
Everybody believes in something. Excuse me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Frank, this is Jake.
This cutie pie with the computer wants to raise the table limit. How much?
3,000.
What's the interest for? A little over 90,000. All right, let him have it, but keep in touch. Okay, Frank. Okay, folks. Table limit is now $3,000 per bet. Bets now. Coming out. Come out, roll. Coming out, roll.
You did terrific in the dinner show.
What are you talking about? I made 3 wrong turns while they were serving the flaming Alaska.
So, who cares about dancing when your ice cream goes? Hey, I'll see you at the midnight show, okay?
Okay. Trouble?
Man at one of the tables trying to beat me with a computer.
Is that possible?
Oh, no.
Why not?
Well, winning is instinct, feeling.
Feeling. I've been wondering if you ever use any of that.
Oh, well, stop wondering.
Well, Chris, Kelly, listen, I'm on my way over to the dunes. Right, Haynes's place. I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, I've got some time before I have to get back here for the midnight show.
It's all right to sit here since I'm alone. No?
House rules.
How do you know?
I make the rules. I run the house.
You mean I have to leave?
No. No, you're all right.
But you just said...
I know. But now you're not alone. I'm Mark Haynes. Now that you know all about me, what about you?
Well, my name is Kelly Garrett, and I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm out here visiting my girlfriend. You know, kind of a drop-in surprise visit. Only I got the surprise.
What'd you do, move back to Texas?
She passed away recently.
How? What happened?
She was in an auto accident. You might have read about it in the newspapers. Her name was Mary Phillips.
Yes, I think I did read something about it.
You're really close.
Sorry, that's too bad.
And ironic.
Ironic? Why?
About a month ago, Mary phoned me. She was unhappy about something, and she said she'd write and tell me. Last night, my mother called and said a letter had arrived, so she's sending it on. Maybe I'll find out what was bothering her. I gotta go.
Maybe, we can get together and talk some more.
What does she want?
Look here.
Do you know her?
I just met her. Why?
Well, I just saw her in Frank's place. She was with that Phillips girl's roommate.
You sure about that?
Sure, I'm sure. They came up to the table while I was with the professor. They seem pretty tight.
Maybe we better keep an eye on her, see what she's up to.
All right. I'll keep an eye on her.
Hey, how's the professor doing with the computer?
Very good. He's up about 100,000. Let's see what we got here. A little bit of bread, a little meat, slightly used. Junk food. Never did have any class. There we're going for our moonlight walk.
This face belongs to Betty Buckley.
The up-and-coming young actress.
Note the soft, smooth, youthful glow of her skin.
I bet you're dying to know how I do it. Well, it's good, clean living and rose milk moisturizing face lotion. Rose milk smooths right in. It's absorbed super quick. It's never greasy. And rose milk smooths away those little dry skin lines that even a young kid like me has to worry about. Good, clean living and rose milk face lotion. You'll be gorgeous.
Feelings, nothing more than feelings.
Almost every Tuesday they call me. My mom or one of my brothers and sisters will start off talking, and then I'll talk to each one of them and we'll get there. Hi, how you doing, Chris? Oh, I'm pretty good, Peg. What's new with you? Oh, not too much. It can be the same week after week, but it's still just hearing their voice just, you know, kind of cheers you up.
Thursday, Fonzie and Laverne receive a visitor from space. It's the premiere of Mork and Mindy. And Barney Miller finds a kidnapped father, but the family doesn't want him back. Then on Soap, find out who killed Peter Campbell. Thursday, the laughs are on us in 3 one-hour premieres. Saturday, it's a night of love and fantasy when the Love Boat sails an hour earlier on its 2-hour season premiere and gets hit by a storm that lands its lovers on a desert island with a crazy man. Then, on the season premiere of Fantasy Island, one man gets all the women he's ever dreamed of after Love Boat.
Saturday on ABC.
Go, baby, go. I did it again.
Hey, Mr. Howell, I may not have to work for you after all. You know why? Because this place may not be yours much longer. I mean, Smiley here may have this joint in his pocket.
Marty, I need some good vibrations down here. Will you get gypped for me?
Coming out again. Come out, Rose. Bets down. Clear, 5.
Come on, let's roll the dice. Get your bets down. Come on. Let them roll. Don't pass, eh? All right, roll them. Crap! Hey, they don't pass.
You don't look so grim, Mr. Howell. Your face is cracking.
How'd you make out with Haynes? When I mentioned Mary Phillips' name, he got very nervous.
Meaning he knew her?
I don't know yet.
Roll the dice. Take your back numbers. Pick your odds. Roll them. 9's the point. Looking for 9. 6. Ain't a big 6.
Still looking for 9. 9, winner!
Hey, look at Mr. Howell. His hair is holding his color. His face is turning gray.
Mr. January was funnier on television.
By the way, guess who I saw laughing it up with our friend Mr. Haynes? None other than Mr. January, and they seemed quite chummy.
Maybe we ought to have Charlie run a computer check on Joey January, too.
See you later.
You sure?
Pay the line.
Where is he now? Okay.
Make your bet.
Frank.
Thanks. Yeah, did you find him?
Frank, Jip's been hurt.
What?
He's in the hospital.
What the hell are you talking about?
They found him in the parking lot.
6 is the point.
Excuse me, please.
All right.
Excuse me.
Hey, the point is 6.
What's wrong?
Well, just keep the 6 as far as they are. Come on,
Are you Mr. Howell?
Yes, sir.
He's been asking for you. Don't stay long.
Hey, Jip. What the hell are you doing here?
Picking up some new threads.
You always did look good in white.
Frank, you really do need to know what happened.
Hey, sport. Well, what was it that hit you?
Big truck, dark windows, lights. Couldn't see the driver. Just came at me. Just...
Hey, Jip, don't fade on me now, man.
I'm tired, Frank. Just want to catch a little nod, okay?
All right, you put it away for a while, and I'll see you in the morning. Deal?
Tell you what, if I make it to morning, will you show me how to do that trick?
You're evil. You're evil.
You're evil. You've been teasing me with that piece of business for 20 years.
Okay, I'll show it to you in the morning.
I'll be here.
Yeah, he'll be fine, Frank.
Two dead. Jip's halfway there. Who the devil's doing this?
Well, we'll find out, Frank. It just takes time.
I don't have time. That's what's eating me alive.
You know, when we're working on a case and we keep coming up empty, I always ask myself, where's the profit?
What do you mean?
Well, somebody's hurting you. But where's the profit? I mean, is it making that person or persons richer, happier?
I don't know.
Frank, your competitor from down the street, Haynes. Now, Kelly said she saw him this morning talking to Joey January, and they seem pretty chummy.
Well, Joey and I are hassling. I mean, and Haynes is taking advantage. We're all angling for top acts. Everybody does that here.
Okay, we'll call that normal procedure. Listen to this. When Kelly asked Haynes about the dead girl, Mary Phillips, Haynes got very uptight.
You sure?
Did Haynes know Mary Phillips?
Well, I thought I saw them together about a week ago in a cab, and I meant to ask her about it, but I never did.
Frank, Haynes resents you. I could tell that the minute that I met him. Why does he resent you?
I own my own place, and I've got no one to answer to.
And he does?
Everybody in this town has somebody to answer to.
How well did you know Mary Phillips?
Well, when she first got here, we went together for a while.
Well, then, Haynes' personal feelings for you could be more than professional envy.
Maybe that's the profit.
You trying to tell me that this is purely personal? That maybe Haynes or someone is just trying to tear me up?
Well, until we come up with something else, we have to consider it.
This is crazy. Nobody can hate that much.
Frank, people can. And they do.
Here are 4 of the leading sprays. And Tickle. Which one keeps you the driest? Tickle.
Here are 4 of the leading roll-ons and Tickle. Which one feels really different? Tickle.
Look, only Tickle has the big wide ball. It feels smooth, feels nice, feels different. So try Tickle. You'll like the way it feels, and you'll love the way it works.
Are you into condition? I'm into condition. Want to get into condition?
Get new condition shampoo from Clairol. So when things like chlorine, sun, blow dryers get your hair into trouble, get into condition shampoo.
Condition. Perfect name for this shampoo.
Sure, its protein-enriched formula helps revive healthy-looking body. Rich, sparkly shine.
So, get into condition.
New condition shampoo from Clairol.
Charlie's Angels will return in a moment.
Muhammad Ali, Leon Spinks, live Friday night on ABC.
Save at Wegmans with over 50 coupons in this week's newspaper ad. Save on gold medal flour, 49 cents with coupon. Nabisco Fig Newtons, 1-pound package, 77 cents with coupon. Staff granulated sugar, 5-pound bag, 69 cents with coupon. Save 25 cents with coupon on 1 dozen Wegmans fresh baked donuts or fried cakes. Chock-full of Nuts coffee, 1-pound can, $1.88 with coupon. Redeem this week's coupons and save at Wegmans Coupon Jamboree.
Gonna clean the kitchen, huh?
Yep.
With that ordinary cleaner?
It's an ammonia cleaner.
Wait, it still only does part of the job. It may get the dirt, but not the germs. Try new Lemon Sol. It's a cleaner and disinfectant. See? Lemon Sol does the whole job. It cleans, kills germs, even germs that cause odors.
And smells good, too.
Right. Lemon Sol fresh. So why do part of the job when new Lemon Sol cleans, disinfects, and smells good?
Want to save big money on a brand new 78 Chevy? Now's the time. All you have to do is remember 3 things. 1, Heinrich Chevyland. 2, Monte Carlo. 3, at invoice. Got it? Heinrich, Monte Carlo, at invoice. These cars are not marked up, not even $1, and you have 125 Monte Carlos to choose from. Only at Heinrich Chevyland on Lake Avenue between Kodak Office and Kodak Park. 3-day sale. Monte Carlos at invoice.
WOKR-TV, Channel 13, Rochester, New York.
Yeah, sure, Dan. Yes, I will. Girls, listen, I know this is probably a poor time to bring this up. There's this Dan Tanno who's been asking to meet you 3.
Bosley, this is really a poor time to bring it up.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
He's been staring at me again.
Who's been staring at you?
The fellow who's with the computer man. He was staring at me again in the casino when I walked through just now.
Well, who is he?
I don't know. He was watching me last night, too.
Maybe he just thinks you're pretty.
Wait a minute. That fellow, last night when you came back from Haynes Casino down the street, I think he was walking behind you.
You sure?
Well, I didn't think anything of it at the time. But, I mean, if you think his interest in you is more than just general, maybe he deserves a little attention.
I agree.
Hey, look, I want to go down to the casino and see how Frank's holding out, all right? Come with me?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, what? See if you can find out Mr. Watchful's name, okay?
Sure, okay.
Okay, see you later.
Great craft winner on the north side. Fail.
Try that over again.
Yeah, just go very
Good morning.
Morning.
I know you look like you're about ready to drop. Why don't you shut this thing down and try to get some sleep?
It's up to them. And besides, he's got $1 million of my money.
Well, could you take your loss and walk away?
It's too late, and he's got too much.
Will we start this again later?
5 o'clock?
That's 5 o'clock. That's fine.
It's a wrap.
Aren't you going to answer your page?
What?
Your page. Aren't you going to answer it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're Mr. Mason, aren't you?
No, I'm Slocum, Ed Slocum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
Frank. Hi, pal.
I just called the hospital to see how Jip was doing.
Any better?
Frankie, he didn't make it. The nurse wanted to check him 20 minutes ago, and he's dead.
We don't know. There seems to be signs of respiratory paralysis, which would indicate that curare might have gotten into his system.
What's curare?
Well, it's used for patients with muscular spasms, but certainly was not prescribed in this case.
You mean you made a mistake and you gave him that curare?
I'm not saying anything of the sort until Dr. Jarvis here can perform an autopsy. There's no way of knowing.
If there's going to be an autopsy, somebody on my side of the fence is going to perform it. Nobody gets a whitewash.
Now, wait a minute. I resent that. As county coroner, I can assure you.
I can assure you, you touch him and I'll tear both your arms off.
Frank.
I mean it. I don't want them to touch him.
Look, I know, and I know what you want, but we're going to need a court order to get it. And we can't get it here. She's right, Frank.
Didn't mean to tease you. Sorry, Chip.
Come on.
They're not going to bury this mistake. They're not going to make Chip a statistic.
We won't let that happen, Frank.
You're telling me that someone came in the window of Chip's room and stuck a needle into one of his life support tubes?
I'm saying that it's a possibility, and if the autopsy does reveal curare in his system, that's how it might have gotten there.
You were wondering where the profit was in all this. Have you figured it out yet?
Well, maybe the profit is in tearing you apart.
Someone's doing a pretty good job of it. Why don't you get some sleep?
Will you call me in 4 hours?
Yes. I will.
Charlie's computer come up with anything?
Yeah. The fellow at the crap table, the one that's been watching you, Ed Slocum. He has a police record, several arrests, mostly having to do with high-level extortion, but no convictions. He seems to be some sort of a freelance, tell me what to do and I'll do it for you sort of guy.
What about Mr. Haynes, our friend on the street?
Well, he works for a large investment firm, the one that owns that hotel. Now, the firm looks clean and Haynes doesn't have a police record. However...
I like the way he says however.
Mm-hmm. Well, in checking his bank records, Haynes seems to have been sending monthly checks to the Paradise Arms apartments.
Wait a minute. Paradise Arms? Mary Phillips, the girl who was murdered, lived there with my dancing friend, Joan Wells.
Yeah.
Are we starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, at least a glimmer. I guess I ought to tell Frank, huh?
You know, maybe we ought to figure a way to get him out of here for a few hours before he falls apart on us.
I think that's a good idea.
Pay the rent that way.
I know there's a pony in here.
Somewhere. Speaking of rent, how come you and Mary didn't have to pay any?
What are you talking about?
Well, my mom forwarded a letter that Mary had written to me.
So?
Well, in the letter, Mary said that a Mr. Haynes was paying the rent on your and Mary's apartment. Is that true?
Look, Mr. Haynes was paying the rent strictly because of Mary.
You mean they were friends, lovers?
Started out that way.
And then?
And then Mary wanted out.
Why?
Well, I think she was afraid of him.
Do you know why?
She wouldn't tell.
Well, maybe Mr. Haynes will come over.
You won't find him at the hotel.
Oh?
Well, on Mondays, he practices for the Monday night race.
Race? What kind of race?
Stock cars. He drives stock cars. The track's 3 miles north on 50. You'll probably catch him in a couple hours.
Okay, thanks. Get as you give.
Kelly! Kelly! Where are you off to?
To take a second look at Mr. Haynes.
Are you onto something?
Well, I just found out Mr. Haynes is a stock car racer.
Mechanically inclined? I wouldn't have thought.
Maybe he drives a big truck with smoke windows.
Interesting hypotheses. By the way, are you aware that our Mr. Slocum is watching you again?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to lose him.
I think we can manage that. Stall a while. Oh, by the way, the fellow I told you was interested in you three, Dan Tanno, he particularly likes you.
Bosley.
Only a thought, only a thought.
Go polish your whistle.
Sir, I am terribly sorry. Apparently I lost control of my vehicle. It was really all of my fault. Please forgive me.
All right, you're forgiven. Now get it out of the way.
Don't you think we ought to report this to the local authorities?
No, forget the authorities.
I mean, in case of injury.
There are no injuries. What's the matter with you?
Sir, I actually hurt my elbows. Sir, are you hurt now?
Hurt? Me? No. But you're gonna be.
Great look.
Great lash.
Great look.
Great lash.
Great look.
Great lash.
Great Lash, the protein mascara from Maybelline, builds great body. Watch lashes get thicker and thicker, as much as 40% thicker. Magnify them and see the proof. That's great body.
Great look. Great body. Great lash.
Great Lash mascara from Maybelline.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about a Big Mac that keeps me coming back.
You're the one, keep coming back. There's something about a Big Mac that keeps you coming back. Keeps you coming back. Coming back to that Big Mac.
I'd hypothesize that it is definitely the lettuce.
Here's with the two all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce and cheese. All the pickles and onions on a bun. Could it be those sesame seeds?
One thing is the two all-beef patties.
That's two things, Bob. You're the one, you keep coming back. There's something about a Big Mac that keeps you coming back. Keeps you coming back. Coming back to that Big Mac. No matter where you're going, you keep on coming back to McDonald's store again for one more Big Mac at McDonald's.
Nothing without the sesame seeds.
We do it all for you. Coming back to a Big Mac. We do it all for you. Coming back to a Big Mac.
Saturday on ABC, Penn State, Ohio State headlines an exciting afternoon of regional games. Check local listings for NCAA college football. Then on ABC's Wide World of Sports, action highlights of the Muhammad Ali Leon Spinks WBA World Heavyweight Championship. And red-hot Al Unser and other top drivers race in the Michigan 150. And Mario Andretti in the eventful Grand Prix of Italy, all on ABC Saturday.
hot.
Oh, hello. 2 winners in a row. Must be my day.
2 winners?
Well, first I beat him, now I run into you again. Very rich stuff. Very rich.
My, aren't we glib with the ladies?
You into stock cars?
I'm into questions.
About what?
My friend, Mary Phillips.
What about her?
My mother sent on the letter Mary had written to me. You didn't tell me the 2 of you were friendly.
Well, my personal life is my business.
In her letter, Mary said that she was afraid of you.
Did she?
She said she was afraid of you, and now she's dead.
What the hell are you getting at?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
You know, for a smart lady, you're making some dumb moves.
I can see what Mary meant. You are someone to be afraid of.
Mary was killed in a car accident.
Her car was rammed from behind, rammed at a high speed. It takes a nifty piece of driving to make that look like an accident.
You better get out of here.
Is that a threat, Mr. Haynes?
Let's just say I think the weather would be better for you back in Dallas.
You know what I think, Mr. Haynes? You're a man with a problem.
What'd I do? Well, in the middle of a $1 million crap game, you got me out here on a picnic.
Does it hurt that much?
Well, that's not it. Just hanging around you, a guy could lose his edge.
What's his edge?
That's his drive, his nerve. And if you want to stay in this business and survive, you got to be ready.
Well, maybe it's time you got out of this business.
And do what?
Do this. Just sit in the sun, watch the people, relax, enjoy life. Get in touch with yourself.
I'm $1 million down, and you want me just to walk away?
Listen, you're down $1 million, but if you quit now, look, you would still have plenty left.
That's called losing.
And you really can't stand that, can you?
That sure bothers you.
I like you, Frank. I like you a lot more than I had planned to.
Well, for what it's worth, feeling's mutual.
For what it's worth plenty, don't you understand? That's the whole point, don't you see?
What's the point?
What we feel. That's worth a lot more than winning a crap game, don't you see? Whoops. Looks like we should have taken a longer walk.
It seems he likes the lady.
Well, they're entitled, right?
Hey, Frank's #1. What he wants, he always gets.
Ah, come on now. Nobody always gets.
No, he comes as close as any. That's okay. He deserves to. I'm for him. He's been good to me.
How long have you worked for him?
6 years. Frank had Leslie and me working in the main room then. We were going to make it all the way. #1.
How did she die?
Car accident.
Must have been rough for you.
When she died, everything stopped. I mean, the good times, the big future. Since then, I've just been getting through the days. choke.
What is this thing? Shouldn't this thing be turned the other way?
Yes, it should be. How'd that happen? The vibration from the speed?
Maybe.
Sabrina, could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How come you carry a gun?
Well, maybe she has a permit.
Well, why do you have a permit?
Don't you have to have a permit to carry a gun, right?
Right.
Right.
Thanks for the rebate, Joe.
You're welcome. And now when you buy a Mr. Coffee, I'll send you a $5 rebate check, too, with my signature. Because I know you're going to love the delicious way Mr. Coffee brews. The Tuesday Bridge Club sure does.
Never knew coffee could taste so great. Or brew so fast.
Buy one of these Mr. Coffees now and get your $5 rebate from America's favorite coffee maker.
It's so nice when a friend you haven't seen for years says, "You still look so young." Oil of Olay is part of your secret. It disappears into your skin to soothe dryness, to help make your skin softer, smoother, and younger looking.
Oil of Olay, so every age can be the best you've ever looked.
Guess who?
Garlic.
Garlic? That's strong?
Loud and clear. You ought to get the signal.
Get the signal?
Signal mouthwash. It fights strong mouth odors, even onions and garlic.
New Signal, a mouthwash so effective it fights strong mouth odors, even onions, even garlic. Clinical tests prove it. Your cleaner, fresher breath will prove it.
Guess who?
You got the signal.
New Signal fights strong mouth odors.
Charlie's Angels will return in a moment.
Sunday, an evil subculture plots the end of mankind. Battlestar Galactica.
And now News Brief, brought to you by Security Trust.
Good evening. Governor Hugh Carey made a post-primary visit to Rochester today. He told a news conference he would, quote, give a treat to the people in return for his victory yesterday. The governor has promised tax reduction and economic assistance. The county legislature is expected to vote tonight, allowing tests on several landfill sites. A landfill is being considered in the town of Riga. Now this.
Home to you means home to us, nearest you need, Security Trust.
I'm Dick DeMacco. More news at 11.
Working on my lunch break ranch. The freshest bread is ranch. On my way to start a ranch. The freshest bread is ranch. After every touchdown, fresh Roman Sunbeam Ranch. Anytime I want to eat, anytime ranch bread's a treat. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ranch, that's a random bread.
Sunbeam Ranch, baked by Strowman.
Ranch!
WOKR-TV, Channel 13, Rochester, New York.
I got a visit from that Kelly Garrett girl today.
What's she doing here?
Maybe you better tell me.
What are you talking about?
She just said Mary Phillips' accident wasn't an accident. Somebody rammed her at high speed.
That's crazy. You don't believe that.
Well, I don't know, but I'm beginning to get some kind of a strange gut feeling, and I don't like it.
A gut feeling about what?
About you, Cole. About you.
Look, Haynes, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, if you've got something to say, then just say it.
All right, let me spell it out for you. You came to me, right? You said we had something in common. We both wanted to break Frank Howell. Take everything away from him. Those were your words. That's the way you put it, right?
Well, we are. We're doing it.
Oh, yeah, I know. We got that college professor with his computer. Set up a phony shooting so Joey January could break his contract. They bring in this guy Slocum in case there's any rough stuff. You did it all and you did it good. But you never said anybody would get hurt. But you never said anybody would get killed.
Why would I want to hurt Mary? Well, remember, I introduced you two.
Oh, yeah, I remember. And I remember how pleased you were to take something else away from Frank.
Yeah, it pleased me. Because he took something away from me. He took everything.
Cole, I'm going to leave you with one thought. Once I have something, I don't like to give it up. I don't like to lose it. And I especially don't like it to have it taken away from me. So if Mary's death was anything but an accident, and you or any of those two had anything to do with it, there isn't going to be a place in this world big enough for you to hide in. You got it?
He's getting suspicious. And so is Sabrina. I make book that she's not what she pretends to be. Or her two friends, either.
Hey, what are you getting at?
I'm not sure. I'm going to find out.
Look, I'll do it tonight. And this time I won't miss.
Forget it. I paid you to do it while Howell and I were with her so I'd have an alibi. So I could watch his face when she went down.
You know, I've worked for some odd types. But you take the cake.
I've got my reasons.
Oh, I'm sure you have. Now what?
You just keep hanging in with the professor. Case, let's go.
I was driving the boat. And those two guys could walk in here right now, and I couldn't recognize them.
I don't care what his lawyer says. If Joey January doesn't open tonight, he's in breach of contract. So get the room ready. It's 5 o'clock, and I have a date with the computer man.
Well, don't you think you could wait for a little while, Frank? I really think we ought to talk.
They tried to kill me today.
Maybe those shots weren't meant for you, Frank.
No, they were meant for the sand.
No, I think they were meant for Sabrina.
Me?
I mean, the shots came closest to you.
Oh, wait a minute. That's probably because the guy had a bad aim.
But what if they were trying to hurt Frank by hurting you?
You mean like they hurt Jip?
Yeah.
Well, if that's true, then I don't want you here. I want you out of town.
Wait a minute, Frank. We can't quit now.
You can quit if I tell you. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Frank, we don't give up that easy.
You're not giving up. I'm firing you. All of you. So go home. This is my fight. Mine alone.
Wait a minute. Frank, you can't just dismiss us.
You can't stay here, Sabrina. The odds are against you. You'll get hurt. It's too risky.
It's risky, but it's worth it.
Nothing's worth it. Case is closed.
Look, Frank, we've gone a little bit beyond a client relationship, and whether I go or stay is my decision, and you can't take that away from me.
I don't want the responsibility.
Well, you can't take that away from me either. Ah, Frank, you've been living in a vacuum for so long that you think people are like odds, and you can switch them around to suit yourself so you can get that edge you were talking about. Well, Frank, people aren't like odds, and you don't get an edge.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay, go on, go. But sooner or later, you know, we have to finish this.
I've decided to break you into the 5:30 lounge show. Can you come down? We'll talk over what we're gonna do.
I'm a little bit hung up right now, Marty. Can we do it later?
Not really. I'm by the front bar.
Hold on a second. Marty wants me to come down to get ready for the 5:30 show. We still on the case? Do I keep up my cover?
We're still on the case. Go.
Be right there.
There's the professor. Slocum. You, stay with him in case it gets heavy. Case, you wait in the car.
Tell me, what are you going to do with her?
Well, first, I'm going to ask her exactly why she and her friends are here.
I suppose she won't tell you.
Well, then, when you get there, you can start earning some of that money I've paid you.
Gosh, I'm a little nervous. Opening night, I guess.
Well, in that case, let's go for a drive.
Wait a minute, now?
Well, when I'm nervous, uptight, I drive. It relaxes me. Besides, I've got to pick up some music at my house.
Okay.
Driver?
I thought you said you were going to drive. You said driving relaxes you.
Get in.
Hey, that's not funny.
It's not meant to be. You don't do as you're told.
I'll never blow my horn again. This pizza, the noise, the stew, my head is turning, my stomach is churning. Oh, Sam, what can I do?
When you eat and play beyond moderation, you need Alka-Seltzer for sound orchestration. Alka-Seltzer speeds relief to your aching head and upset stomach.
It's the sound of fast relief.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Ooh, what a relief it is. Fast, fast, fast.
These are good little cars. All hatchbacks. That's good. But the Mazda GLC costs hundreds less, and that's great. They all have large cargo areas, and they all get good mileage. That's good. But the GLC costs hundreds less, and that's great.
In fact, the GLC at $34.80 is the lowest priced import hatchback sold in America.
Why have good when you can have great? Mazda GLC.
It's a great little car. Pack up your troubles in a Glad trash bag and smile, smile, smile.
The Glad 2-ply trash bag. One strong outer layer, one strong inner layer, bonded together. Like a bag in a bag. 2 mil thick, strong, puncture resistant.
Pack up your troubles in a Glad trash bag and smile, smile, smile.
The Glad 2-ply trash bag. Like a bag in a bag.
Night and day, this is the look. Clean makeup, the look that's good to your skin. CoverGirl Clean Makeup. Clean, fresh, fabulous.
It's beautiful makeup. I love the look.
The CoverGirl look. Clean makeup, the look that's good to your skin.
CoverGirl Clean Makeup by Noxzema.
Try 9-hour cheek color, too. The liquid way to blush all day.
what this is all about?
No. You're going to tell me what you're about. You and your two friends.
What do you mean?
I want to know why you're here with Frank.
What do you mean with Frank? He's a friend. He's just a friend.
I am sick of this.
What?
She protected him, and now you're protecting him.
She?
Leslie.
Oh, your wife.
You know, you're just like... She... You see, I knew what was going on with them. She kept telling me it wasn't true.
You mean that Frank and your wife were having an affair?
She wanted to, and he would have, soon.
Marty, you're not making any sense.
What do you mean I'm not making any sense? I know what was going on between those two. And I warned her. I gave her fair warning. She said she couldn't help how she felt. She ran out of the house and jumped in the car and drove away fast. Very fast. They said it was an accident, but it wasn't. I know. She drove her car off that bridge deliberately. Couldn't have Frank, and she didn't want me. So she killed herself. She killed both of us.
Marty, you're condemning Frank for something you thought he would do?
No, for something I know he was about to do. Well, he always gets what he wants. You know that. You've seen that.
He's your friend, Marty. He wouldn't hurt you like that.
You just won't stop, will you? You won't stop protecting him. It won't do you any good. Because I'm taking it all away from him. Everything he cares for. The kid in the parking lot, Mary Phillips. Chip.
Marty, you killed 3 people to hurt Frank?
And when he falls, when it's all gone, he's gonna feel what I've been feeling. And I'm just gonna watch him die. Like I died. I'm just gonna watch him.
On don't pass.
He could break the bank. Look at all that money.
How much has he got there?
$1.5 million. I thought I told you people to go home.
Frank, listen.
Before you get hurt.
Bree, maybe he's right. Maybe we should go home.
It's best.
Fine. As soon as Chris finishes the 5:30 lounge show, we're on our way.
There's not going to be a 5:30 lounge show.
What do you mean?
Marty called in sick.
Now, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Marty called Chris for a rehearsal.
There's not going to be a 5:30 lounge show.
Hey, I saw your friend at 5:30.
Where?
Well, with Marty Cole over at the bar.
Doing what?
I don't know. Marty was talking with that guy, and then Chris came down. They split.
Marty was with him? Are you sure?
Yeah, him and another guy. Is there something wrong?
No. Thanks a lot.
Then why did Marty lie about the show, and why did he call Chris?
Listen, there's something that's been bothering me a little bit, and it's bothering me a lot now.
What are you talking about?
Well, when we were in Jip's hospital room and I was checking the equipment, Marty was a little uneasy. And then when the motor on the boat quit...
You trying to tell me that Marty had something to do with this?
Well, I'm saying that it's possible. Now, just suppose that Marty knew that Slocum was in that boat and he didn't want us to catch him.
But why?
Maybe we ought to ask Slocum.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Look, why don't I get him away from the crowds? I'll page him. Good idea.
I'll go with you.
On boxcar.
Mr. Slocum, paging Mr. Ed Slocum.
Mr. Howell, will you raise the limit to 5,000?
You can't do that in one roll. It's 30 to 1.
Mr. Ed Slocum, emergency call at the front desk.
All right, 5,000.
Another 2,000, please.
5,000 on boxcar.
Frank, I've got to go. Chris may be in trouble.
I have to stay here.
Excuse me.
Mr. Slocum, as you can see, this is a revolver I'm pointing at you. We both know that Marty Cole has taken our friend Chris somewhere. We're very concerned. So concerned that if you don't take us to her, I'll use this. There'll be no discussion on the matter. You'll either do as you're told, or you've seen your last dice game. Do you understand?
I rented is just down this road.
Bosley, empty your gun and give it to him. Okay, Mr. Slocum, just keep the gun pointed at us, walk slowly, don't talk, and we may all live through this.
Well, looks like your friends are going to keep you company.
You okay? Yeah, he went out back.
Watch it, the truck.
Where's Marty?
He's dead, Frank. It was Marty all along, right from the beginning, the whole thing.
Why? Why?
Well, it had to do with his wife, Frank. And you.
Leslie and I had nothing to do with each other.
Well, I know, but see, he thought that maybe you would.
He thought there was nothing to think about.
I know. Look, don't try to make any sense out of it, because there isn't any.
May I have the dice, please?
Don't pass, eh? Travis. Lion loses. Ain't it don't pass.
Frank?
I'm all right.
No, you're not all right. Stop now. Stop now and take your losses.
I told you that's called losing.
Raise the limit.
One more pass for all of them. Everything on the table. Hotel, you win, it's all yours. You lose, it's all mine.
Oh, for God's sake, Frank.
He's been playing Don't Pass. And Don't Pass is for non-believers. And Sabrina, sooner or later, you have to be a believer.
Frank, sooner or later, you're gonna have to stop putting your life on a pair of dice.
And don't pass.
Don't pass. Roll. Seven. Pay the line. Don't pass loses. You lose. Ladies and gentlemen, this table is closed. You have a show to do. You better get to it.
We better start packing. We've got a plane to catch.
Yeah, I'll be there in just a minute. You go ahead. Still yours, Frank. I'm glad for you.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Goodbye, Frank.
Give us a smile when you do the goodbye. One for the crowd and one for the dealer.
One shot, I'm good for the whole day.
Oh, no.
Oh, hi, Guy. Just tried your new environmental right guard.
My right guard.
Oh, heard this formula helps keep you dry and odor-free all day.
So?
So, one shot, I'm good for the whole day.
Again?
Again? One shot, I'm good for the whole day.
Oh, no.
New Environmental Right Guard. Don't get dressed without it.
Ballpoint pens are such a drag, a tiresome affair.
Never fear, Quicksilver's here. Scoring to the point for flair. Introducing new Quicksilver Flair. It's got a smoother ball than ordinary ballpoints and famous Flair ink, so writing flows smoothly and looks brilliant. Now you've got Quicksilver.
Ballpoints can't compare.
It's smooth and quick, a whole new kick. Scoring to the point for flair. Quicksilver Flair. Ballpoints can't compare.
Sunday, a whole evening of family entertainment, starting with the return of Lassie. Then, Battlestar Galactica arrives, the greatest space adventure ever filmed. The 3-hour premiere of Battlestar Galactica.
Sunday on ABC.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Sal, meet you out front. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Hey, boss. Hey, Dan, finally, come down here. The girls, I've been wanting you to meet them. Angels. Angels, this is the private eye I was telling you about. Meet Dan Tanno.
Hi.
You're Dan Tanno?
You're Dan Tanno?
I just said that.
Yeah, I told Boz I wanted to take you all out to dinner while you're in town.
Well, Bosley, you didn't tell us.
Look, I did. I mean, I tried. I mean, I begged.
Well, maybe next time.
Maybe tonight. We could take a later plane.
Right, or you know what? Maybe you could fly back on the plane with us.
Well, gee, I'm sorry. You see, I'm working on a case. But Boz was right. You really are angels.
Oh, he's cute.
Bosley, why didn't you tell us?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
Now,
Come
wait a
on.
minute. You told us, but you didn't tell us.
What? I did. I did.
It's hay fever. Help! And the whole world seems like one big pollen farm. Don't give up. Arm yourself with ARM, allergy relief medicine. ARM's antihistamine does everything yours does for dripping and sneezing. Plus, ARM adds a decongestant for freer breathing, clearer sinuses, more total relief. Add it up. Antihistamine relief plus congestion relief equals ARM. Arm yourself with ARM.
Jenner spins, lets it fly for 164 feet. Jenner sprints, takes off. Jenner jumps 23.8 1/4. Bruce Jenner's won the Olympic decathlon and set a new world record.
I really worked hard getting ready for that day. I put in a lot of years and put away a lot of Wheaties. Because a complete breakfast with Wheaties is good tasting and good for you.
Take it from Bruce Jenner. Wheaties is the breakfast of champions.
Wednesday, Charlie gets all his angels back.
You're kidding, aren't you?
With some high-speed action from Farrah Fawcett Majors.
How would you like to race this car?
In the Grand Prix?
A special Charlie's Angels. Then, Vegas, the city where everything has its price, except Dan Tanno, a private detective with an eye for ladies in trouble.
How much do they want?
They want you.
The premiere of Vegas, right after Charlie's Angels.
1 week from tonight on ABC. Friday, Leon Spinks battles Muhammad Ali for the WBA Heavyweight Championship live from New Orleans. Saturday, the Love Boat gets hit by a typhoon that maroons the passengers and crew on a desert island. In a special 2-hour episode Saturday, starting at 8/7 Central and Mountain, followed by the season premiere of Fantasy Island. It's late night action with Policewoman tonight on ABC Late Night.
Let me be something you wanna keep your head. find your girlfriend. I won't let go of your hand. Yeah, you're disappointed, 'cause you never see me. I'm better than you're thinking. You're not very simple, you